You're watching Reset with Vince Lanci. Stay tuned. Vince, always nice to see you.
You as well, Daniela.
So Vince, break it down for us. What's happening in the markets today?
Until about 10:15 this morning, East Coast time, silver and gold were pretty much flat, with gold trading in the 1750 area and silver making some new highs but backing off. But about 10 minutes ago, the markets took a strong move higher. Gold's up about $5 or $6 on the day right now. And it would seem that we're in a continuation of yesterday's activity.
What are some key events that you're paying attention to right now, Vince?
Today's drivers are really a digestion of what happened yesterday. And it seemed like yesterday somebody leaned on or glued down the good news button. 3 or 4 things happened yesterday that drove the markets higher and will continue to be drivers behind the markets moving forward unless more bad news comes out. The first of these was China reduced its reserve requirement for its banks, which is, in essence, a lowering of interest rates. The second and bigger news was the coordinated intervention, so to speak, by the world central banks in opening the dollar window. Human translation, central banks worldwide made it easier for European banks to borrow dollars to make their portfolios whole. Again, helps them stave off insolvency. The third good news was essentially domestic U.S. housing numbers and ADP payroll numbers came out positive. These things were all drivers for assets higher yesterday, and gold was among them. They're all weakeners for the dollar. Whether that continues or not remains to be seen, but those were the drivers yesterday, and the market may be pausing with a look for more good news today.
All right, Vince, let's look at the chart that you've given me today. What are some key points that we should be paying attention to?
The first chart I gave you is a daily chart, and it shows a wedge or a triangle, depends on your terminology. That chart is not exciting. It puts us in the middle of a range that says there's most likely some selling at 1780 and most likely some buying at 1720. So that chart in and of itself is non-committal, even with yesterday's move. The chart that is interesting to us is the hourly chart. That's the second chart I gave you. The hourly chart shows something that we like to look at often, and that is volatility. And volatility on this chart is expressed in how the Bollinger Bands are acting. The Bollinger Bands coming into today were very tight on an hourly chart. So for a short-term trading mechanism, this is a very good breakout indicator. So were the market to trade above the top of the Bollinger Band or below the bottom of the Bollinger Band, you would expect with high probability a continuation of that move for the remainder of the day. So this is a pretty good chart to look at for the rest of the day. And my understanding is right now we're above the high of that Bollinger Band, and we expect with high probability a continuation of a higher move for the rest of the day in gold.
All right, Vince, wrap it up for investors watching. Final thoughts.
It would help to understand yesterday's activity and the words used to describe it by Tim Geithner. He used phrases like gives the banks breathing room, buys them time, takes the pressure off. These are just prettier euphemisms for kicks the can down the road. Nothing has changed. The central banks that have made dollars easier for European banks, what they've really done is they've just delayed what has to happen down the road. And that is either increase printing of money or devalue the debt that they're carrying on their books at inflated prices. We think that this will make gold not act like a safe haven for European fear, but more like a dollar-denominated asset again. In short, the ECB is going to print dollars. I mean, going to print euros. And it's going to print them probably after a country defaults. Then you'll start to see currencies circle the drain at an accelerated rate. Then you'll want to be long gold. In the meantime, trade it like a stock or just buy the dips and hold it.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Mr. Lanci.
Thank you, Daniela.
And thank you for watching Kitco News. You can email me at newsfeedback@kitco.com. For Kitco News, I'm Daniela Cambona.